Hello and welcome to Elizabeth's Craft Room, where I'm going to show you how to make one of the most fantastic cards I've seen recently. And this is the Endless card. And you can see why it's called the Endless card, because it just folds and folds and folds and folds. Now I want to give credit to Sam, who comes to Class 1, who asked me to show how to do this. So this was all her suggestion. I went off and found how to make an endless card. So I'm going to share that with you today. So what you need is you're going to start off with 4 pieces of cardstock that are 3 inches by 6 inches. And this is scored at 1.5 inches and 1.5 inches from that edge. So that's actually scored at 4.5. So 1.5 and 4.5 if you're doing it that way. There's 1.5 from each of the edge pieces. So I'm going to put glue on the 4 corners, so not lower down than where this score mark is and not more than halfway across. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to take my other pieces and I'm going to go in the opposite direction with them. So I'm just going to lay this piece on first. Oops, and can you see that swiveled? We do not want any swivel. So that is the wonderful thing with Tombow glue, is you've got that wiggle room to make sure you get that straight. So I'm just going to wiggle that into place. Make sure they are all perfectly straight before I put the next piece on. Whoops, and again, just put that in. So we make sure that all our 4 corners are all lined up. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the card and I'm going to fold it outwards like this. Now this will happen quite naturally for you. It's not difficult to do. And then I'm going to take the right hand piece and fold it out like that. Now we're going to go top to bottom. And I'm going to fold like that. And then I'm going to fold like that. And then we are back to the beginning. And that is actually it. That you will now see will keep on folding and folding and folding and folding. So all we need to do is to decorate our endless card. And we're going to go ahead and stick these on. Now, the square pieces that you will use are going to be 2 3/4 by 2 3/4 inches. So I'm going to put a couple of those on. And the side pieces that you're going to use are going to be 1 inch by 2 3/4 inches. And there is no right or wrong way to decorate this. You could do it with coloured cardstock, you could do it with stamping, or like me, you could do some basis with designer paper and then add some stamping to finish it. My other tip that I have for you is when you are making one of these cards, put it together first and then stamp it as you go. It is so easy to end up, particularly if you've got greetings and things, with some of them upside down. Ask me how I know. That the easiest way to do it is to decorate as you go. So I'm going to flip this piece here. So with this one here, I'm doing a couple of layers. So the sizes of the paper here, coming to the end of my Tombow glue, can you tell? The the sizes of the paper here are your 2 3/4 layers, followed by a 2 1/2 layer. And then I also just wanted to show you something else as we go, is that sometimes what you will get as you go, so for example on this piece here, you're going to decorate a whole 2 3/4 by 2 3/4 piece, and when it's in this position you'll just see the top piece of it. So as I say, just go ahead and put all of your papers on. And just keep it in the order that you want it to, just put it on in the order that you want to see it. And there is no right or wrong about decorating this. I will go ahead, before I show you again the finished project step by step, I will go ahead and bring in a piece of paper that is 9.5 by 9.5 inches. Now the reason I've done this is a kind of non-standard card size, so I thought we would make an envelope for it as well. So all of the card sizes are actually on the envelope punch board, so we want a 6 by 6 card size because that's what this ends up with. So you want a 9.5 by 9.5 piece of paper, and you're going to score at 4 3/4 inches. And because it's square, it's the same all the way around. So we're just going to score and punch, score and punch all the way around. And we're going to put one of those into the top. And that's going to be the top of our envelope. I'll fold the other pieces in there. A little bit of tombow underneath, a little bit of tombow down the sides there. Fold this one up. And then you have the perfect envelope size for your finished card. So I'm going to go through and show you how I've decorated each of the pages, just so you see it will stand like so. So you can actually stand this project when it's a finished card. So there's page 1, there's page 2, and this is what I'm saying about the background piece. You see the top of it and the bottom of it, and then you open, see the rest of it. What I didn't say was the measurements of these little pieces here are 1 inch by 1 inch when you're doing the little tiny pieces. And then going back to the back and to the front again. So there you go. That is an endless card from Elizabeth's Craft Room. Thanks for visiting today.